This may date me a little bit, but I remember when apps were something that you got at Chili's. Bloomin' onion, mate. That's not even the right casual dining franchise. Greetings, seekers. It is Vlog Every Day in August, day. I don't know when I'm going to get these out, so I'm not really trying. I do intend to get out 31 videos in 31 days, however. You can hold me to that. I was looking back, and I think last time I got 2. That's embarrassing. What? Doing something embarrassing on YouTube? Today's Sunday. It's the last Sunday of my vacation, so you'll forgive me for being a little bit lazy. Instead of coming up with something original to talk about, I'm going to fall back on one of the vlogging prompts that was given to me by Amy Schmittauer of Savvy Sexy Social, who inspired me to do this whole vlog everyday thing in the first place. And in case you get stuck, she gives you a list of topics to vlog about, and one of them is, what's the first app you check every day? So to make up for my laziness, I'm going to actually give you the first 4 apps I check every day. The first app I check every day is on this little device right here. This is an Abbott Precision Extra blood monitor. First thing you should know is I am not diabetic. I don't think. The reason I use this is for checking the level of ketones in my blood, because for the last few months I have been striving to stay on the ketogenic diet. What is the ketogenic diet? That's probably the topic of another video. But in brief, the idea is to have 70 to 80% of the calories you consume each day be from fat and keep the carbs to next to 0. It's like 15, 20, 25 grams of carbs per day. And if you've never counted your grams of carbs per day, trust me, that's near impossible. Basically, like a blueberry can put you over. Why am I doing this crazy thing? Because there's some scientific evidence that this is a diet that drastically can reduce the onset and growth of cancer cells. It's also considered anti-inflammatory. There are some benefits to mental clarity and brain function. And there's evidence that it contributes to a positive change in body composition vis-a-vis percentage of body fat. How do you lose fat on a high-fat diet? By consuming minimal carbs and more fat, it teaches your body to switch off the carbohydrate burning method and switch on the fat burning method. So if you eat a lot of fat, it teaches your body to burn fat as fuel, and when it runs out of the fat that you ate, it starts eating the fat that you are. And so every morning I check the level of ketones in my blood to see if I'm in a state of nutritional ketosis. And that tells me whether my diet is on track or not. The second app I check every day is the check-in app for my gym. I kept losing that little key fob thing they put on your keys. The guy's like, no, we know it's you, John, but you can't come in with a key fob. Or you could download the app on your phone. And so I have an app on my phone that shows the barcode when I check into my gym. The third app I check as soon as I get into the gym is the scale. It's one thing to make sure your diet's on track, but if your diet isn't having the optimal effect, you need to know that too. Some people say you're supposed to weigh in every single day. Some people say you're not supposed to weigh in every single day. I'm of the habit of weighing in every single time I go to the gym, which is when I'm good most days, first thing in the morning. Oh, I hope that app looks different tomorrow. The fourth and final app that I use every day is prayer. What? Prayer's not an app, John. What are you, silly? That's ancient stuff like chanting and things, and how is that remotely connected to technology? I'm glad you asked. I'm sure I've mentioned on my channel elsewhere that a few years ago my mind was blown when I was studying with some rabbis, and they described different Jewish practices and rituals as technologies. Lighting candles in the beginning of the holiday is a technology. Standing in the company of others in silent prayer is a technology. Sitting around a table at a Passover Seder and recounting the story of the Hebrews' exodus from Egypt is a technology. Sitting Shiva for 7 days after a loved one passes away is a technology. And I'm like, oh, what you talking about, rabbis? I said, well, John, it's simple. A technology is a repeatable system for solving a problem. Lighting candles in the beginning of a holiday solves our problem of not really being able to distinguish between the mundane and the holy, so we mark the end of regular time and the beginning of sacred time, just like the little alarm timer app on your phone. Prayer is a technology for checking in with God and checking in with yourself, and it solves a particular problem. Back in the day, in biblical times, people connected to God through animal sacrifice, and at least 2 times in our history so far, the temple has been destroyed by external forces and people were left without a means of connecting with God. After the second time, the rabbis of the period said, okay, just for the time being, until we get another temple, or maybe we never get one, we're going to shift our technology from ritual animal sacrifice to regular prayer. And by engaging with that app of Jewish prayer, we're able to unplug from the app of the everyday world and plug into the app of quiet meditation, of speaking our mind with God, of saying those words which connect us to our larger story and our larger tradition. And this app solves all sorts of problems. Prayer and meditation and mindfulness reduce stress. They give it a greater sense of well-being and meaning in one's life. And it's pretty much the dopest app there is. And the various practices we have around mourning, like sitting Shiva, saying Kaddish, lighting yahrzeit candles, are a technology that we've been improving over the last 3,000 years or so of dealing with the universal problem of grief. So as you can see, I have a lot of different technologies in my life, from blood ketone monitors to gym check-in apps to apps that check in on my weight to various apps that are not necessarily connected with my phone. Although I do have an app on my phone that tells me candle lighting times and prayer times, and it even has a little prayer book built into that app in case I'm without my prayer book. But just in case my phone's not around, or if I don't want to use my phone on Shabbos, I have analog versions of all those things. Not the blood monitor. That'd be a vampire. Seeker, thank you for watching this video. I'm so sorry if I gross you out with the sight of my blood. That's probably going to get flagged on YouTube. And if you unsubscribe, I'll miss you. But if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, and I promise not to show you my blood again for a very, very long time. Deal? Thanks again for watching, Seeker. Peace.